To our 15-minute desk stretch. My name is Elizabeth and I'm the Health and Fitness Coordinator in Bedford. So today we're going to take 15 minutes to stretch out our muscles while just at our desks. I'm going to have a desk chair here, so that's all you need. And we're going to start with some seated stretches and then we'll finish up standing using the chair as a support. So let me just adjust the camera here a little bit. Make sure you can see everything. All you need is your chair. All right, to start off, let's start with stretching our hands out. So let's extend our fingertips out and then clench them together into a fist. Stretching out those fingers after maybe typing away for a bit. All right, and then you can rest your hands and let's just kind of massage our hands a little bit. We don't, at least I don't often take the time to give myself a little little hand rub, shoulder rub. But when I do, I'm like, that feels so good. Why don't I do that more? So let's just massage those hands out a little bit, work out any tension. All right. From there, let's stretch out the wrists. So you're going to grab hold of your left hand and just push your left hand down towards the ground, stretching out the top of your wrist. You're going to hold here for a few seconds. And now we're going to stretch that wrist in the opposite direction. So pointing the hand up, fingertips are pointing towards the sky of the left hand. And then you're going to grab hold of that left hand with your right hand and just kind of push your hand back towards your torso. So you can see here, hand sort of bending back a bit, stretching out the underside of your wrist and your forearm. All right, release. And we're going to do the other side now. So grabbing hold of your left hand, extending it out, your arm out long in front of you, and you're going to grab hold of that right hand and push the hand down towards the ground. So fingertips are pointing towards the ground. And we're going to hold here for a few moments, stretching out the top of the wrist, top of the forearm. And release. And now we're going to reverse that movement. So flex your hands so your fingertips are pointing up towards the sky. Grab hold of that right hand with your left hand and sort of push your hand back towards your torso, stretching out the underside of your wrist and your forearm on your right side. All right, and release. Let's shake your hands out. Let's do some shoulder shrugs here. So bring your shoulders up towards your ears and then down away from your ears, down towards the floor. Shrugging up towards your ears and then bringing those shoulders down towards the floor. Looking straight ahead. Let's just do this a few more times. A few more rounds of each movement. And rest. From here, you're going to take your right hand and just pat yourself in the back, and then take your left hand and reach around to meet your right hand. You don't have to be touching your right to your left hand at your back, but you could just be, basically have your left hand at your low back and then your right hand, your upper back, you see there. But if you're able to inch those hands a little bit closer towards each other, you'll feel a deeper stretch through your left shoulder and triceps, and your right tricep. I'm going to hold here for a few more moments. You might want to close your eyes, tune into your breath. And release. And we're going to switch sides now. So with your left hand, pat your back. Um, and then with your right hand, you're going to reach around and inch towards that left hand. If you need to, you can just rest the right hand on your low back, but try to inch a little bit closer to that left hand. I have a blood sugar sensor on the back of my arm, so if you're wondering what that is, that's what that is. Just ignore that. All right, holding here for a few more moments. Sitting up nice and tall, feeling that nice deep stretch through your right shoulder, your triceps, and release. Okay, from here we're going to scoot up towards the edge of your seat, clasp your hands behind your back, near your low back and your sits bones, and you're going to pull those hands down towards the ground and away from your torso to open up your chest, sitting up nice and tall. Your neck is neutral, so your chin is in a neutral position. And let's just rest here in this stretch for a few moments as we turn inwards towards our breath, focusing on breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, or in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose or out through the nose. I might have just repeated the same thing twice. Basically, moral of the story, breathe in through your nose. All right, and release. Okay, from here, you're going to cross your left arm across your torso towards your right side. Capture that arm in the elbow crook of your right arm and push that left arm back towards the back of the room and away from your body towards the right, so that you feel a nice deep stretch through your whole shoulder girdle. Closing your eyes here, turning inward. All right, release, and we're going to stretch on the other side now. So cross your right arm across your torso towards your left side, and then capture that arm in between your left elbow crease, pulling that right arm to the left of the room and to the back at the same time. Again, closing your eyes and turning inward. Mindfulness is such a buzzword nowadays. Everyone's, trying meditation, which is awesome. I love to meditate myself, but just doing something like a desk stretch routine can be such an incredible mindfulness practice if you just turn inwards and really focus on the sensations while you are stretching, really focusing on your breath, just noticing what you're feeling. All right, and release. Shake those arms out. Now let's do a rotational stretch. So sitting near the edge of your chair, you're going to grab hold of your right arm rest with both hands and then just twist your torso to the right, sending your gaze over your right shoulder down towards the ground. And you're sitting up nice and tall here. We're just holding here for a few moments. I'll let you know when it's time to release the stretch. All right, and then back to neutral, and we're going to switch sides. So placing your hands on your left hand armrest, that's what's called, left armrest on your chair, twisting your torso to the left, sending your gaze back over your left shoulder, looking down towards the ground and sitting up nice and tall. Maybe closing your eyes here. We're going to hold this stretch. I'll let you know when it's time to release it. All right, and release. Great work. From here, just checking the time, we're going to forward fold in our chair. So you're sitting like the middle of your chair, I'd say, not too much on the edge because you don't want to fall over. And you're just going to let your torso fold over your legs towards the ground. Let your head hang, let your arms hang, torso towards the thighs here. And just let it all go. Stretching out those hamstrings. Feels good. Holding here. And then roll back up slowly and controlled. We're going to stretch out our glute now in a seated figure four. So you're going to take your right leg and you're going to pick it up and place the outside of your right ankle on top of your left thigh, under your knee. And you can either just sit up nice and tall here. You should feel a nice stretch through your right glute here, the outside of your right glute. If you'd like to deepen the stretch though, you can start to lean over that right leg until you feel like the stretch is as deep as you would like to go. Basically, the more you fold over that leg, the deeper the stretch will be. And we're going to hold here for a few moments, really savoring this stretch. And I'll let you know when it's time to switch sides. All right, let's unravel and let's switch sides. So we're going to plant that right foot on the ground. You're going to pick up your left leg and you're going to place the outside of the left ankle on top of your right thigh under your knee. And you can either just sit up nice and tall, hold the stretch here, or you can start to fold forward over that left leg to deepen the stretch to the outside of your left glute. And like me, you might notice that you're tighter on one side. My glute and hip is tighter on my left side today. So you might be able to go a little bit lower on one side than the other. That's totally normal and fine. Good to be aware of so that, you know, on the side that you're tighter, you can stretch a little bit longer. So we're just holding here. All right, and release. Place both feet back down on the ground. And now we're gonna stay seated, but extend those feet out wide, wider than the width of your chair. And then you're going to do another forward fold, this time just with wide legs. So you're gonna fold in between those legs there, just folding down as far as comfortable for you, stretching out those hamstrings, and just letting it all go. Holding here. All right, and rolling up. Good job. All right, now we're gonna finish up standing. So standing the back of your chair, holding onto the back of your chair, standing up nice and tall. We're going to start to fold forward until you are at a flat back. And you might need to back up a little bit here to get the range of motion you need. But you should feel a nice stretch through your arms here, through your shoulders, I should say. And you should also feel a nice stretch through back of your legs. Just holding here for a couple more breaths. All right, and release. That is our 15-minute desk stretch of the day. Thank you so much for joining me. Um, I'll be back with more virtual classes tomorrow, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.